Split is the most unbalanced map in Valorant, strongly favouring the defending team. On defence, Cypher excels at holding the B site by himself, making him a must pick, as it allows your team to have 2 people holding mid and 2 holding A site. However, on attack, it's difficult to know your role, as flanks are uncommon due to the strength of just holding a position on defence and waiting for the attacking team to push. Hey guys, I'm Josh, and in this video I'm going to show you how to attack with Cypher on Split. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more Valorant content, and if you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. First, let's talk about a straight A push from the A lobby. If the whole team is here, it can be useful to use a tripwire in the sewers. There are a few spots you can use, one stopping people going up the ropes, down here, or in the doorway up here. Or, if the enemy team are regularly pushing through the sewers from mid, you can place a tripwire here where you can aggressively play around the corner, and if they trigger it or destroy it, they're stuck in the middle of the corridor and you can swing round and kill them. At the start of a round, you can check if there's anyone holding this corridor. You do this by jumping off this box and placing a camera on the wall. It's a very obvious camera, so you'll want to use it quickly, then pick it back up so it doesn't get destroyed. Whilst you're doing this, it's likely your team will have smoked off the corridor and the ramp, but if they haven't, you can toss your cage over the wall here, blocking the line of sight from the ramp, and one into the corridor here. This will allow your team to push up the ramp and hopefully take heaven. Or, if you know that the A site is clear, you can push through this corridor and use a Cypher Cage on heaven, allowing you to get into sight safely. On this map, I like to take the bomb, as it allows your team to be more aggressive, which is needed if you have any chance of taking a round. This means you will have control of where the spike is planted. If your team doesn't have control of heaven, the safest place to plant is against the wall here, as you can get sprayed through the box and the rest of sight is visible from heaven. If I'm doing this, I'll place my other tripwire here and a Cypher Cage if I have one, as you can detect and slow anyone pushing from screens. If you do have control of heaven, then planting behind the box is effective, as it allows your team to have high ground on anyone in sight, and anyone defusing the bomb can be shot through the wall. If the bomb is planted here, I again like to use the same tripwire and cage setup, and then use a camera on the back wall here. This camera gives a full view of sight and heaven, making it easier for you to hold. If you do have full control of sight, planting right in the corner here is ideal, as you have to have your back to sight whilst defusing. You could use the same setup as the previous 2 plants, or if it's safe to do so, you can play from the screen room, tripwiring off the defender's spawn and placing a camera here as it allows you to see through the windows into sight. This means if anyone crosses to defuse the spike, you'll see them and you can't be snuck up on. And if they are defusing the spike, they'll have their back to you. Next, let's talk about a B push from B main. Pretty much, don't do this. If the enemy team know what they're doing, and your whole team pushes through this small corridor, you'll all die. As Cypher, you can place a tripwire to stop a push from mid, and then you don't really have any way to help this kind of push. You could maybe use a camera here to see anyone aggressively holding the corridor, or you can use a cage here as you push into sight, but that's about it. Especially if the other team has a Cypher, this is a death wish, as it will slow your push, allowing for the rest of his team to rotate. The final way to attack on this map is a push through mid. If the team are doing this, I'll place a tripwire here, as it stops aggressive play from anyone holding B. And if you do manage to take B site through mid, it stops the enemy team flanking once you've planted the bomb. Next, I'll try and place a camera behind the wall here, as it's hidden, but it still gives a great view of mid. You could also use a tripwire in the sewers. Make sure if you do, it's round the corner so the defender can't just sit here and not be detected. However, most of the time I won't use this one, as I like to keep a tripwire for post-plant situations, or for watching my flank. You can use your cages over these boxes and over the wall here, as it blocks all the view from the top of mid to the bottom. Your team can use this as cover to either push into B heaven or into vents. If your team does manage to take the B site, you will again have to plant. Of course, there is a default spot here behind the boxes. Although it's not a great place to plant, as if you want to hold it from heaven, you are very exposed if you challenge anyone defusing it, and they'll have the cover of the box. This makes it very predictable that you'll be holding it from in this corner. A better place to plant is here, or here, as there is no cover for the defending player defusing it, and you are covered from anyone in the B alley whilst planting. I then like to play in heaven, using my camera to watch mid, and using a tripwire here to watch my back from anyone coming up B stairs. Planting in that position also lets your teammates hold in this corner, or on the wall here, where your pre-round tripwire is also watching their flank too.
If you're looking to get some more attacking setups on other maps, please subscribe as they'll be coming out in the next few days. Thanks for watching!